Hello everyone! In this video, we'll go over the Vocabulary Workshop Level Green Unit 17 words. You can follow along at home using your book. Let's get started. Our first word is absorb. Absorb is a verb and it means to soak up or take in, to keep the attention of. So there's two ways that we can use this word. Let's look at the first example. It says, a sponge can absorb every last drop of water. So if you ever used a sponge before, you know that it starts off small like this, and then when you put it in water, it will absorb the water. It will take it inside or soak it up. So that's how we can use this word, absorb. And another thing that can absorb something is colors. Did you know if you wear something black on a hot sunny day, it will absorb the sunlight. So you might feel more hot if you're wearing dark colors. But if you wear something light, it actually reflects the light. So when the light is coming to you, it sends it away. That way you feel cooler. So we can say dark colors absorb the heat, and light colors reflect the heat. This word also means to keep the attention of, so I can use it by saying something like this. I can say, he was absorbed in his book. So the book that he's reading has all of his attention. He's absorbed in it because it means to keep the attention of someone or something. The same is true for this girl that's playing a video game. I can say the game absorbed all of her attention. So we often use this word absorb to talk about someone's attention as well. Synonyms are consume, devour, engage, captivate, and engross. Antonyms are discharge, emit, and secrete. Our next word is amateur. Amateur is a noun and it's talking about a person. An amateur is someone who does something for pleasure and not for money. So pleasure means for fun. So an amateur is doing some kind of activity or some kind of job because they like it, because it's fun, not because they are trying to make any money by doing that thing. We can also say amateur is someone who does not have much experience. So experience means they didn't do that thing a lot. They only did it a little bit, so maybe they're not very good at it yet. Let's look at the example. It says, the young boy wanted to be a professional singer, but sang with his choir as an amateur. So in this sentence, there is a young boy, let's say it's this boy here, and his dream is to be a singer. But he's still a child, so he doesn't have a lot of experience. He didn't do a lot of singing. So for now, just for fun, he is singing with his choir. A choir is like a singing group. And he's singing there as an amateur. An amateur is someone who is just doing it for fun and doesn't have a lot of experience. They're new at doing this action. I can also say, this soccer team is made up of amateurs who just play for fun. So these people are not professional soccer players. That's not their job. They're just doing it for fun. They are amateurs. I can also say, I'm just an amateur at baking, but I love to try new recipes. So again, an amateur is someone who maybe doesn't know how to do the thing well. Maybe this baker doesn't understand how to use the ingredients or doesn't know what ingredients she needs to make something. But a professional would know all of those things. The synonyms for this word are beginner, non-professional, and layman. Antonyms are expert, professional, and master. Our next word is channel. Channel is a noun, and there's a few different definitions for this word. The first one is the deepest part of a river, a body of water that links two larger ones. So in this definition, we're talking about something like this. Here is the English Channel. It is between the United Kingdom, so between the UK and France. And it says in the definition that it links two larger bodies of water. So the English Channel is linking the Atlantic Ocean and the North Sea together. So that's why it's called a channel. It links two larger bodies of water together, or it's just the deepest part of a river. We can also use this word channel to mean a long, narrow groove, like this one here. Maybe you've seen this on the side of a road. This channel is made so that water can go to the drain on rainy days and the water doesn't get stuck on the road. So we would call this a channel. And another way we can use this word is as a band of radio waves. That just means the channels that you're watching on your TV. Whenever you click the remote control, you change the channel on your TV. We call those channels. Sometimes there's cartoons playing on one channel. There might be a movie on a different channel. There's a news channel. So all of those, we would call them channels. Channel can also mean a course of action. It means how you do something. So for example, let's say that you have a problem at school and you need to tell someone about this problem. I can say, if you have a problem, go through the school's help channel to report it. So this help channel might be by calling the principal or sending a message and then you can talk about the problem. Or you might have to send an email and then have a meeting or write a letter. So it's how you do something whenever you have a problem. It's the actions that you need to take. We can call that the channel. And usually we say like a word before it, like help channel or proper channel, to describe that it's some actions that we need to do. Some synonyms for this word are passage, strait, and waterway. And there are no antonyms for this word. We can also use channel as a verb, and it means to make a long, narrow groove. So we previously said that channel is a groove like this in the ground. It's kind of like a long, narrow hole. So when we use it as a verb, we are just making that channel like this. You can see it's a long, narrow hole in the ground, usually to help water go by. Like this one and like this one as well. You can see the water will go down here and then it can go down the drain. That way the water doesn't end up all stuck on the garden or the ground. The example sentence says, they began to channel through the rock. So just like this picture here, they are doing the action of making this channel. And channel can also mean to direct or focus. For example, let's say that this soccer player is very nervous about the game. So he has a lot of nervous energy. So when we focus or direct our energy, I can say a sentence like, the athlete channeled his nervous energy into the game. So he took the nervous energy he had and he channeled it. He put it into the game. Instead of being nervous, he took all that energy to play better. Another example would be, she channeled her anger into painting a powerful picture. So maybe she was very angry, she had a lot of anger, but instead of yelling and screaming and crying, she took that energy and she made a beautiful painting instead. So when we channel our energy, Usually we have some bad or negative energy and we want to turn that into good by playing a game or by painting a picture. We can say we channeled our energy. Some synonyms are plow, cut, direct, or guide. And there are no antonyms for this word. Our next word is elegant. Elegant is an adjective, so we can use it to describe things, and it is showing beauty, high quality, and good taste. For example, the diamond is an elegant jewel. So we are using elegant to describe diamonds by saying that they are beautiful and that they are high quality, so they don't break easily. I can also use this word elegant to describe something like a restaurant. I can say we had dinner at an elegant restaurant. As you can see in this picture, there's beautiful chandeliers on the ceiling, and all of the tables are covered with beautiful cloths, and the chairs also look nice. It's very beautiful, so I can describe it as elegant. The same is true about this dress that this woman is wearing. I can say she wore an elegant dress to the party. It's very beautiful and high quality. And some people also describe something like a peacock's feathers as being elegant. Do you agree that these feathers look elegant? Do they show beauty? Some synonyms for this word are stylish, graceful, exquisite, charming, refined, and cultured. Antonyms are coarse, crude, inelegant, unfashionable, and rough. Our next word is grace. Grace is a noun and it is ease and beauty of movement. For example, the horse galloped with incredible grace. Many people believe that the way a horse moves shows grace. It looks easy and beautiful when they move. We also use this word often to describe someone like a dancer or a ballerina. Their movement, the way that they move, looks very easy and beautiful. Do you agree that they show grace? Grace can also mean a charming or pleasing quality. So remember, a quality is something that someone has, like kindness or honesty. So I can say, her kindness and grace made everyone feel welcome. Maybe she has a smile that shows a lot of grace. It's very charming and pleasing. It makes people happy. So I can use this word grace to explain that quality that people have. And we can also use grace as a short prayer at meal. So whenever people eat a meal, they might pray first and say grace. By that, it means that they are saying thank you for all of the food that they have on the table before they eat. So we call that saying grace. Some synonyms for this word are elegance, loveliness, and charm. Antonyms are clumsiness and inelegance. We can also use grace as a verb. So now it's the action, and it means to add beauty or honor to. The example says, will she grace our party with her presence? So in this sentence, we are saying that will somebody add beauty or honor to the party by her presence, by coming to that place. I can also say the queen graced the ceremony with her presence. So because the queen came to the ceremony or the party, now the party is more beautiful for the people that are there. That is grace. It's adding beauty to something. Another example would be the artwork graced the walls of the school. So now there's artwork on the walls and it is more beautiful. So I can say the artwork graced. Remember, this time we're using grace as a verb. Another example would be, bright flowers graced the garden with color and charm. So these bright flowers graced the garden. It made the garden more beautiful. Some synonyms are enhance, enrich, and adorn. And one antonym is disgrace. Our next word is inspect. Inspect is a verb and it means to look over closely. For example, please inspect the clothes for any damage. So in this sentence, we're asking someone to please look carefully at the clothes to see if there's any damage, to see if there's maybe any holes or rips in the clothes. Another example would be, the teacher inspected our desks to make sure they were clean. So this teacher is looking carefully at the desks and cleaning them. She's inspecting them to make sure that there's nothing dirty left on the desks. In this picture, you can see the girl is inspecting an insect. She's looking at it very carefully. Maybe she likes insects or she wants to learn more about them, so she's inspecting them. Another example is here I can say this repairman is inspecting the sink to see what's wrong with it. Maybe there is some water coming out from the sink and he needs to inspect it. He needs to look at it carefully to see how he can fix it. That is inspect. Some synonyms are examine, check, investigate, probe, and scan. And there are no antonyms for this word. Our next word is lame. Lame is an adjective, so we can use it to describe something, and we can use it in two ways. First, it can be stiff, sore, or not able to move properly. For example, I cannot swim because of my lame leg. So in this sentence, we are using lame to describe a leg, and we're saying that the leg is maybe stiff or sore, or for some reason, it can't move well. Maybe the leg is broken. So we can call it lame. Here in this picture, you can see this horse has a lame leg. Something is wrong with the leg. So I can say the horse cannot run because of its lame leg. And the other definition for this word is weak or not satisfactory. Satisfactory means good. So something is not good. For example, I can say, we thought the movie was lame because it was slow and boring. So now I describe this movie as lame, so I'm saying that it's not good. Or maybe someone tells a joke, but you don't think it's a good joke. So I can say that joke was kind of lame. So it was not funny, it was not good. That's lame. Some synonyms are disabled, limping, weak, feeble, flimsy, and unconvincing. Antonyms are strong and healthy. Our next word is suspend. Suspend is a verb and it means to hang in order to allow free movement. For example, please suspend those streamers from the ceiling. Streamers are like little ribbons of paper that people put up for parties, usually for birthday parties. So in this sentence, we're asking someone to please hang them on the ceiling. Another example I can say is, the lights are suspended from the ceiling. They're hanging from the ceiling. And they can also move around if you push them. We can also describe this swing as being suspended from the tree because it's hanging from this tree and it can move back and forth. So that is suspend. We can also use this word to mean to stop for a time or interrupt. So something is stopping, but just for a little short time. For example, I can say, school was suspended because of the terrible snowstorm. So maybe there was a snowstorm that was so bad that cars cannot go on the roads, so children can't go to school. So we can say school was suspended because of the snow. And lastly, suspend can be to bar from a position or privilege. Bar means like to take someone away or remove them from some position that they have or something that they are doing. So for example, I can say, the soccer player was suspended from the game because he kicked another player. So in that sentence, he was suspended, he was taken out of the game, so he can't play anymore because of something that he did. So that is suspend. Some synonyms are dangle, postpone, delay, halt, remove, and exclude. Antonyms are continue, resume, and prolong. Our next word is tiresome. Tiresome is an adjective and it means annoyingly dull or exhausting, unexciting. And a good way to describe this is just as something that is boring. Something difficult and boring so you don't want to do it. For example, scrubbing the kitchen floor can be tiresome. So since scrubbing the floor is really hard work, it can be boring and annoying and difficult, so it can be described as tiresome. Another thing that can be tiresome is maybe this mom has a young child and the young child keeps asking why over and over for everything. So after some time, that can be annoying. It can be tiresome. So I can say the child's questions were tiresome. And we can also use this word to talk about something like our work. Do you feel tiresome when you have a lot of work? I can say her work on the computer was tiresome. Or I can also say the long drive became tiresome after the first 2 hours. So when you have to drive somewhere far away for a long time, it can be boring or annoying, so we can describe it as being tiresome. Some synonyms are boring, annoying, and irritating. Antonyms are interesting, exciting, and pleasant. What's something that you find tiresome? Our last word is tranquil. Tranquil is an adjective and it means free from trouble or disturbance, quiet. So I like to think about tranquil kind of as relaxing. Something that is relaxing and quiet and there's not anything that's bothering you or any loud sounds. So it's tranquil. For example, the tranquil lake is relaxing. So in this sentence, we're describing this lake as being tranquil. So there's nothing that's making any loud sounds. There's nothing that's bothering you there. So you feel tranquil, or the lake is tranquil. It's calm. Calm is another good way to describe it. Another example would be, she sat in a tranquil garden and read a book. So this garden is very peaceful and quiet, so we can describe it as tranquil. I can also say, after the storm, the sky became tranquil and clear. Usually after there's a bad storm, the sky will be tranquil. And lastly, I can say, the tranquil music helped me go to sleep. So if you've ever listened to very relaxing and quiet music, you can describe it as being tranquil. Some synonyms are calm, serene, peaceful, and composed. Antonyms are noisy, disturbed, and excited. And that's all for this video. We went over the Vocabulary Workshop Level Green Unit 17 words. Thank you so much for listening and see you next time. Bye!